And looks like he's just gonna get out with 2 kills. That's fine. Pays for itself, really. Also, Arc. Okay, he does actually put him back on gas, so that's good. And then he's gonna go back to the watchtower. So Reaper pays for itself. He did get a look into the base, so he doesn't see any extra tech. He didn't actually come over this way, so didn't see any pylons or anything, so he wouldn't know if anything was over there. But we know that he actually saw everything. The only thing he doesn't know about right now is the Nexus. So he's got this into an orbital. Just gonna float it over here. Does have a bunker up at the front. Don't see an engineering bay yet, so he's not. Oh, he does have an engineering bay. Hasn't researched anything yet. This guy's factory going down. Twilight Council on his way. Does not have a forge yet, so we haven't actually started with the upgrades yet. Now Totten does have stim though, so it's kind of interesting to see. I think we're gonna see Totten go straight into medevacs again. Probably drop a reactor on the factory and go for medevacs again. Now he does scan in the base. He's gonna get a good idea of what's there. He doesn't see his unit composition, but he knows what buildings are up, so he can expect sentries, he can expect zealots. I don't know that his Reaper actually saw any units, but he did kill off 2 probes, saw the probes move, and then he pulled his Reaper back out, so we'll see. Totten's getting 1-1, looks like. I don't know, just +1 attack, custom shells, combat shields. So I mean, it looks like Totten again is going bio, of course. Do see the reactor on the factory, so guessing we're going to see a starport, unless he does want to go Hellions for some reason. It'd be a little late for Hellions, I would think, but that has its advantages, I guess, if he catches them off guard. And Arc's getting charge again, dropping his forge now, so he's going to be behind on upgrades. And he's still got 30 seconds before the forge even finishes. Granted, he can chrono boost, so there's always that. Let's look at army supply here. Arc does have higher supply in army, but I think a lot of that's just taken up by the sentries, and by themselves, not going to do a whole lot against a whole lot of bio. Force fields, yes, they're great, but Totten can just poke in and out, force some force fields, and then go in and pick them off, and yeah. Kind of want to see Totten drop another command center here. Okay, and he does drop the starport, and I'm wondering why he waited on that. Maybe to start combat shields and make sure the 1-1 finished first. I didn't really get an idea of how much he had going in last time before he dropped the starport, so he's gonna float this factory up to kind of scout, so he'll know when Arc takes his usual third. Arc's gonna be dropping 3 more gateways here, and Arc's gonna be up to, looks like it'll be 7 gates. Yeah, 7 gates. Should see a command center from Totten here pretty soon, I would think. If not to actually expand just as a macro CC. But he's making a lot of units here. Got a hallucinated Phoenix that comes in. I don't know how much that he actually saw. Let's see. Let's see the reactor starport. Yeah, let's look at harvesters here. I haven't had a whole lot of action yet this game, so both players just kind of macroing up. I think we're just going to see one big engagement. That'll be that. I'm a little worried for Totten right now, though. He's behind on supply, but I mean he's ahead on upgrades. But I just kind of feel like he's letting Arc sit back and do what he needs to, and I think that might not be a smart move. Protests have very strong units, so he's going to be ahead on upgrades, like I said, so he does have that in his favor. It looks like Totten is going to see that he's got a probe here. He's probably going to want to put down a Nexus. So we're probably going to have some units come up here to chase this factory away, or he's just going to go out. Now, does Totten see these units going out? He does not. So he drops the Nexus. Totten's going to go in to try and respond to deny that Nexus. It looks like Arc is basically waiting for him to come. Now Ark doesn't see his army moving out though. So here we go. Still hasn't seen anything yet. Todd stims in. See charge lots coming in. Nice force. Oh, I think one more force field and he would have taken out a lot more Marines there, but that wasn't bad. Bring those sentries up. Bring those sentries up. I think the storms just demolished Todd right there. I mean, he's gonna kite these zealots, but I think he's just gonna lose his units. Yeah, and he does pick up and run. I think Ark has enough to really just go up the front, honestly, right now. Todd is gonna go. Where's his medevac? He's just gonna try and do some damage in the main. There is a stalker ready. There is a cannon ready, and that medevac's just gonna go down. He does get to drop one Marine, but now we have Ark busting up the front. I just kind of felt like Todd and you waited too long. I think you just left Ark alone. Yeah, I mean Ark's gonna take it back here. Don't see that changing right now. Todd is trying to mess up some units up top. I mean, he does have a lot of money, but he just doesn't have the infrastructure to do anything right now. Has no natural, doesn't have enough units, even with Stim, and he knows that, and that's GG. Let's see what Todd has to say about that. I know he's watching. Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's true. You could have hallucinated a Phoenix or something, which is what you did this time. Okay, I agree with that. You're right. If you're going Storm, Robo's a huge delay. But I kind of felt like you had enough time at the end. Of even the first game where you could have done it, but hey, I'm not the Protoss expert. But, yeah. Todd, I just think you waited too long, man. I think you had a lot of units earlier, or maybe it would have been even. It wouldn't have been the end of the game, but you know, you just kind of let him get the units that he wanted, and those storms just wrecked your face. So, but anyway, we're gonna jump into a game 3 here in a second. Okay, now this is kind of exciting because I like it when it's game 3. Everyone knows that it's on the line, so it's not like a game 1, or like, you know, someone's getting 2-0'd. So it's a little more exciting that way. Alright, so this is the last game. I'm just going to go to the semifinals. That's pretty much what it comes down to around. So, or actually, who's going to come out of the semifinals and go to the finals. Let's see if Jhirit's going to find out his opponent here in a second. Alright, a map that I will never see is playing Zerg in any tournament. Here's Todd, again, just coming off the loss. It's even. They're going to be close by air. And we have Ark over here on the top position, and Ark's just coming off a win. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I'm kind of curious. I haven't seen any cheese this tournament at all, and I keep waiting for someone to try and cannon rush. Now, a lot of people suspect it. A lot of people suspect 6 pools. I don't think we've seen a 6 pool. I don't think we've seen any cannon rushes. Like, this isn't me trying to beg Ark to do it, but, you know, I'm just curious. I don't think I've actually seen Todd try and bunker rush anybody either. So, I'm kind of wondering when we're going to see that. Maybe we'll see that in the finals. Who knows? I think maybe if it was a longer best of series that maybe people would try it, but since it's only 3 games, you know, losing 1 game because your cheese gets picked up is, you know, not cool. I do like this from Todd. He does go to Xelnaga first to see if he can catch the scouting probe coming out, so he doesn't go to the wrong location and then going in. I like that. Plus, it's always good to check for like a proxy of some kind, but I mean, it's too early for that right now. Well, actually, you never know. But it is a good habit, and he's going to scout him first. Just going to see the gas. He's going to assume it's for warp gate research, so I mean, nothing out of the ordinary here. Ark's going to send his probe out. gonna see an early gas if he does get in here, which I suspect he will, unless Totten gets a supply depot down here. Well, looks like the probe's gonna get in. One thing he could have done is harass that SCV just to delay the first Marine, but the barracks was about to finish anyway. Okay, he does see the gas. Well, Totten's SCV is running around here. Not sure what he's looking for. Maybe to check for any other probes that might be out. Totten's going to try and lock this probe in. Drops a depot. First Marine's out. I'm guessing this Marine's going to turn out to clear out the probe. It will. Yeah, the probe's pretty much stuck. Yeah. Snowwork's not going to be able to see a whole lot for a long time. So we'll see. Close by air. I'm just wondering what we can see. I would like to see some airplay from Ark, honestly. You usually see that against Zerg, but you never know, man. Mothership Rush, what up? Kind of see what happens. Ton's gonna get a tech lab, looks like. So I don't know if that's for upgrades or if he's gonna drop a factory or something like that. But I'm gonna guess it's just marine upgrades, bio upgrades. Sitting on 2 gates. Looks like he's just gonna pop out some sentries, a zealot. Pretty standard, just to block the ramp if he needs to. This SCV is not gonna go up the ramp. Okay. Looks like he was just checking for the Nexus. And he's gonna have a stalker out here to try and find the SCV if he did see it or not. Now he's getting the robo. So curious what we're gonna see here. Totten is getting a barracks. He is researching stim probably. Yes, he is. Now if Ark micros this correctly, you can take out these Marines before stim. Does get a Marine. He should probably go away and while his shield regenerates, but he's not going to here. He does take out a Marine. He's gonna run back home. Tell everybody else what happened. Nexus is going down. Command center. The +1 attack. I think he only on 1 engineering base, so he's not going to do 1-1 at the same time. +1 attack. Attack's the most important against Protoss, regardless of what race you are, just because they have more powerful units. At least that's how I feel about it. Does have a bunker up, but you know, this area over here is always open. It'll be out of the bunker's reach, so that's just something to note. Now, Totten hasn't scouted him in a while, so kind of wondering if he's gonna pop a scan in there. It's about 7.5 minutes. Usually, you'll have a good idea what Protoss is doing or Terran's doing by like 7-8 minutes, and I think with Protoss generally versus Zerg, like the first attack usually doesn't happen until about 8-9 minutes. So let's see to send this SCV out, at least check for expos. But yeah, nice. Getting Immortals out, I think that's good. Does get the Observer out. Now he's gonna send this in. Let's see, he's gonna send it to his natural. As long as Totten doesn't scan, he'll get a good read of what's going on, what the upgrades are looking like. So it's kind of up to Totten to recognize it. I don't think he has a missile turret or anything up yet, so, but he does have engineering bay, so it's possible we'll see it. So let's see if Totten's gonna see the obs here. It looks like he does. Expect to see a scan here. Expect to see a scan here, unless he was just moving his army around, but we'll see. How many Immortals does he have now? 2 Immortals, okay.